Hey everybody, this is Susan, Career Services. I'm waiting for Marisa Lustig to come and join me in an interview. Oh, it looks like here she comes. Oh, looks like she's working her horse. Well, she just waved. Wow, nice saddle. Huge, huge field. Here she comes. Hey, Marissa. All right, so tell everyone where you're at.
So I'm at home right now in Cottonwood, Idaho. It's kind of up in the panhandle of Idaho, between, I suppose, McCall and Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, okay. What is it that your dad grows? That's a huge field out there.
So we do mostly wheat, some barley. We're starting to do food grade barley, some hay.
Okay. Well, I have some questions for
Wait a
you.
minute.
What's that? Say that again? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. There's the truck. Hey,
Begin action.
listen, tell us what you've been doing since we weren't able to go back to school for Block 7. How have you been since those restrictions went into place?
So I've been staying at home. I have several family members that we don't want this spread to. They're very vulnerable, have different health things. So we've been staying at home. I have 4 younger sisters and a little brother. So it's kind of been a big transition moving back
Yeah.
and whatnot. So otherwise, I've been helping my dad doing my thesis paper, my other block classes, and riding horses. I have about 3 colts I'm working with besides my parents' horses right now.
Well, you definitely sound busy, and it sounds like you have some siblings in the background.
Yeah, and just a second.
All right. So, are you good? We lost her. There she is. Okay. So, I want to ask you the next question. So, COVID-19 aside, how long ago did you decide what you were going to do after you graduated? Oops, can't hear you. There you are.
So I always knew I wanted to train horses since about I graduated high school. Um, so that's kind of what I've always wanted to do. This summer I do have some horse training, and I'm kind of doing that now, but I don't have like a long-term job in effect, or that I'm planning to do after graduation.
Okay. So, yeah, what are you doing after graduation?
I am working in the Centennial Valley. I worked there last summer. I ride horses for a rancher up there or a landowner. He's got about 7 or 8 horses right now. And so I'll be keeping them in shape and doing training on the younger horses,
Yeah.
and taking them on rides as they are there at the ranch.
So, how did you, and it's not a trick question, but I think it's important for our students to know that that was an internship that you started with last summer that now has developed beyond an internship. And that is something for students to think about as they are planning their careers. If you can get, an internship doing something that you're going to do after graduation, you might, well, you're definitely building networks and you're making connections with people who can really keep you employed for an indefinite period of time. And if you could do that while you're still a student, well, you're just, kind of ahead uh, with that relationship and with salary and, experience and all of that. So I think that's really cool that you were able to continue that internship. Do you have an idea how that's going to go in the future?
Um, well, he definitely was really happy with me working this summer
Yeah.
and or last summer, and he was really excited to have me back again. He wants me to help him pick someone for the summer after I leave. However, he did say he wants to stay in contact with me. If I need anything, he's happy to help. He said he's not really in the horse industry, but if he hears of a job, he'll let me know or know somebody. And he said I'm always welcome to come back and visit or potentially even work for him if I need longer in the future. But he goes, oh, I'm sure you'll find a job, what you want to do. So he's been
Yeah.
really great.
Well, then what are you going to do after you're finished working with him?
I hope to find a job training horses. And
Okay.
I've not found anything yet. Um,
Okay. So you're looking right now even then. Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, a little bit briefly. A lot of jobs really seem to be more of a, oh, I need someone to do this now, or whatever. And so I haven't seen anything that's in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think November might be a little bit more challenging time to try and
Yeah.
find a job. But I also thought about just doing skiing, instructing, or something like that over the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some sort of more seasonal job, and then look more in the spring, more specifically for horse training.
Okay. Are you open where this job might be? Or are you on it being in Idaho or being in Montana, for instance?
I'm pretty much wherever I need to go. I kind of interested in Nevada, or Arizona, or Texas, or
Mm-hmm.
if I need to go back east for a few years or something. I kind of would like to stay on the West Coast, but I want to find job opportunity where it's at.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Is this something that you would consider doing, like within a higher education place, even not just training the horses, but helping people learn to ride?
Like doing lessons and things.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, for sure. I think it's really important to pair if I'm training a horse that I want to also work with the riders so that the horse and the rider can work together.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one thing to train the horse, but then the, you also kind of have to train the people too. Because if they keep doing the same thing they were doing, the horse will probably go back to doing the same thing it was doing. So you kind of have to be able to work with both.
Absolutely. That's a really great point. And I think that's been my experience as well. Definitely. Okay, let's see what's next here. So let's see. Okay, we know we're still working on it. So has the restrictions right now changed the progression of your plan, or is it just pretty much the way you thought it would be before we had, COVID-19 in our lives?
Well, my my spring has definitely been kind of thrown cattywampus, but um, it's all right. I was gonna keep riding horses. For the guy I'm working for this summer, his horses were in Dillon over the winter, and I had been working with him, and I kind of planned to just keep working with him even more so this last month or two, and over the spring just to really get him into shape. A little bit more training on him. Uh,
Mhm.
I had time there to do that. Um, but since now I'm at home, I've had opportunities to work with a few different colts from some friends here at home, and it's also kind of nice because the one friend she asked, and family friend says, "Oh, will you come ride my filly?" I'm like, "Oh, I guess I probably have time." A week later, I get a text from someone else like, "I hear that so-and-so said you're riding colts." So then I got more colts to ride. So, I mean, it's not what I planned on doing, but it's really more great experiences. And so I'm really glad for those. But I'm still planning to start soon from the summer. So
Right.
it hasn't necessarily thrown them for a huge loop, but it's definitely changed them.
Well, that's the thing about it is I've talked to people. Some people are in the camp like, I'm so bored, I have less to do than I would have to normally done. And then other people on the other camp saying, oh, I'm way busier now than I planned on being. So yeah, what can you do, right? But it sounds like you're definitely busier than you thought you would be. And you're still in school. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you're able to do that. So if you had some advice to give to students, I think before I ask that last question, I want you to tell all the students, in case they don't know, what your major and minor was at Western.
So I am receiving double bachelor's, double major degree in natural horsemanship. Staff was announcing for me. Natural horsemanship and business, and my minors are management and equine studies.
Okay. All right. So now, as far as any kind of advice you could give the natural horsemanship students that are still going to be, at Western next year, or the business students, what kind of advice would you give them about planning for their future?
Like it's okay if you don't know what you want to do now. It'll kind of fall in place. But if you have like, I want to go train horses, you want to go teach that, you want to run this business, just keep working hard at it and kind of keep in your sights. And I think your hard work will pay off. So you just got to keep on that path. You might deviate, but if that's really what you want to do, just keep working at it.
Yeah. That's great. I just want to tell you too, Marissa, before we go, that you were a great asset in the Learning Center. You worked with a lot of accounting students, a lot of operations management students, and business finance. I know because students told me themselves how grateful they were for your help and that they really understood what they had to do for their assignments based on what you told them. So you definitely helped out many, many students while you tutored in the Learning Center. And so I really thank you, really. And I know I do it on behalf of the students that you worked with too. I also think, Marissa, that you had your doors open for opportunities for a long time. And it seemed like when things were presented to you, you really, thought about it. And instead of saying no to opportunities, you said yes to them. Sometimes probably more than you should have, but you were a really involved student, and it wasn't just about the horses. It wasn't just about the tutoring or just about your club. It was about a lot of things. So very well balanced activities, and that's probably helped you grow and mature. Would you agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you put it really well. Thank you, Susan.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording, but I'm going to talk to you just for a second after. So sit tight. Let me find that recording button. Okay.